Well, hello, welcome to Shanna Makes It. Recently I've been doing a lot of card making and I really have been focusing on that, but today I've got a little HTV order that I'm working on, and I thought I would just pop on here real quick and work through it and let you watch me do it. So basically I'm just using my Cricut design space, and I created a design and I've got it all cut out, and now I'm just kind of weeding it away. So I'm just working on that. Actually, I need to grab, excuse my reach, I'm going to grab my little pink thing that I dropped my little HTV into. You got to be real careful to collect any HTV pieces, because if they get on here anywhere on your sheet, they'll iron down. So you want to make sure you get every little tiny scrap of that up and away. But I'm just weeding this out, getting ready to go. I've actually done several of these shirts already today, and I thought, well, I'll just turn on the camera and do one really quick. Still kind of fighting that cold, and my voice is still a little scraggly, and I'm still stuffy, so I apologize for my voice. But just thought I would work on this real quick, and I'll show you what I'm doing as soon as I get them popped out. It's not a lot of weeding on this, which is nice. It takes a minute to weed. All that snow that I showed you the other day in the backyard, out the craft room windows, is now gone. We've got sunshine. Still very cold. I think it's only about 40 or so degrees. I'm not sure last I looked, but the sun has melted it and the snow is gone. So it was very short-lived. So that was kind of nice. I want to get my car in the garage. I've got some furniture in there. I've been talking about my sister's house that we've been getting ready, and I painted some furniture for her, and it's in my garage on my side of the driveway, or the parking spot. So I'm anxious to get the furniture to her and get my car in the garage before we get any more snow. I did run it through. I filled up with gas today and ran it through the car wash just to get off the bit of snow that I got on there from the other day. So I'm happy that I did that, and now the sun is shining. We've got blue skies with some white fluffy clouds out there. Looks nice. I've just got 5 pieces here. Just trying to be careful to get all this to throw away. Now see, if that would stick on there, you would iron that right on your shirt. So you don't want to do that. Actually, I'm doing a sweatshirt for this project. Sticking on there. So just make sure I get all the pieces. Weed it out. Okay, there's that. And if you can't tell what this says from the upside down, it actually says bronzed and Boujee. So this is for a spray tanning business. These are some shirts that for the clients. Tanning beds, back when I was younger, tanning beds were all the rave. You could go to the tanning bed and fry yourself. But of course, with skin cancer, that's not very popular anymore. So the spray tanning booths, or spray tanning, is quite popular now. And so that's what I'm doing this for a business that does spray tanning, which I've had done several times and I enjoy. It's nice to take about 10 minutes and get a nice glow when you've got something going on. Or we went to the beach. I posted my vacation videos on some short videos on YouTube a few weeks back, and before we went to the beach, I definitely went and got myself a spray tan so that I actually looked like I belonged on the beach. So that was fun. And it's always super, super easy to get spray tanned. So if you haven't tried it out, you might try it. Okay, there we go. So let me just kind of flip this over and put it in order and show you what it's going to look like. Basically, this is the order that it goes in. And this is Cricut. I used my Cricut design space and cut it out. And I've just got, this is Sizer 3M Sizer Oracle HTV. That actually comes out of Canada. And it's very easy to weed, for sure. Anyway, so that's what it is. And I've just got 4 different colors here that I'm going to iron on. And I use the iPad for Cricut Design Space, and I'm so excited. Now you can do the, oh, what's that feature called? I can't even think of it at the moment, where you can bend it. Curve is what I'm looking for, to where you can actually curve the text. You couldn't do that for a while on the Cricut Design Space on iPad, and that was just so annoying. In fact, they've been doing a bunch of updates on Cricut that have just thrilled me, because I couldn't do them on my iPad. And so now they're updating it, and there's lots of things you can do now that you couldn't do before. I'm just cutting the bottom of this paper off so that I can get them lined up closer how I want them. So I'm going to take it off the bottom and the tops of each of them just to kind of get it closer. So I thought I had it trimmed out a little bit better than that, but I'm just going to do that. This is a Cricut Design Space Access. If you pay for Access, it's a font that they have. And the font, I'm going to tell you what it is. It's one of my, I do like this font a lot. It's BFC. Oh, for some reason it's not letting me see it, but it's a BFC, I don't know, Groovy font or something like that. It's one of those BFC fonts. So if you look on that, you'll be able to find it. They have a whole bunch of those BFCs, and those are really fun fonts. So that's what I used here for this. And I'm just obviously just cutting closer again to the HTV. And now I thought to myself before I started this video I was going to put some hand lotion on, because my hands are always so dry and they look so old and wrinkly. And of course I forgot to do it again, so you get to look at my old wrinkly hands again. Anyway, so there we go. And then I'll cut this one as well. So this is what my design looks like. It actually has the company name on there. I'm going to leave it off just for privacy. And then I'll add it later. So this is what it's going to look like. So I'm going to pause the video so that I can get my heat press heated up and ready, and get my mat out here, get it set out. And then I'll just real quickly show you how I press, how I line it up and all that. Hopefully I can do it. I don't normally do it on my desk. I actually normally go into my kitchen and do it on my countertop. Obviously I've got a lot more space there, but I think this will work just fine. So I'll get it set up and I'll be right back. I'm back, and I've got my Cricut mat my heat mat that I lay my things on as I'm going to be ironing on. And what I've got here is an extra large crew sweatshirt that is a unisex, and that's what I'm going to be using. My heat press just beeped, so it's ready, but I got to get this laid out like I want it so that I can set it up. And so you always want to, I learned that I could manage my camera with my watch. So that's kind of fun. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. I saw, I was watching a video the other day and I saw a gal do that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I bet I can do that with my phone or my watch. And sure enough, I could. So you learn something new every day. That's my goal. So just get that all lint rolled. You can see this is like I said, this is an XL shirt here. So it's a little bit bigger than my mat there. But I think I've got that probably placed. I'm going to go, I always go 4 inches down. I need to find all my pieces parts. So I'm going to just use this and I'll go 4 inches down. But first of all, I have to warm the shirt up, basically taking out all the moisture, getting any wrinkles out, and just preparing it for the iron on. So that's what I'm doing now. Just giving it a quick run over. And then what I like to do is fold my shirt and line up, get it all lined up real good and straight, and then lay it down. And then I'm going to run, I'll get it laid down just right. And then I'm going to run my heat press over it. Just kind of give me a center line. I will measure still, but I like to have that little center line. And then I'll lay it down there to where my center line's in the middle of my mat. And then I will measure. And I'm going to go, this is an extra large, so I'm going to go 4 inches down on it. And I'm going to start my first color is what I'm going to do. So I know I'm going to go 4 inches down, and I've got my center line there. So I'm going to just make sure that looks pretty good. But to be certain, I am going to, without burning myself on this heat press, I am going to lay my arms out and measure from my arms to see about where I am, just to make sure that I'm pretty close. So that's okay. All right. Half. That is just needs to be moved over just a smidge, and then I want to still make sure I'm 4 inches down. Actually, I'm not quite 4 inches down, so I'm going to bring it down a little bit more. I don't know what I was doing. I thought I had it. Yeah, got to come down a little bit more. Anyway, yeah, that's close enough. Now let me double check this now that I've moved it. I think did I go the wrong way? Yeah, I did. I want to go back, I guess. I kind of have my center line there, and you really can't go to the center of that because this is wider, so you kind of have to go a little bit, but I think that's probably a lot closer. Yeah. Yep. Okay, that'll make me happy. So what I'm going to do is just lay the rest of them down next to it. And I just want to make sure I got them trimmed up. I think this one actually needed the bottom trimmed off of it. I thought I got them all trimmed up, but I'm going to go ahead and trim the bottom off of this. Because the way this is curved, it kind of makes it awkward to lay it down if you don't have it kind of tightened up. So that should work. Okay. So I'm just going to lay this one down next to it. This is actually taking longer than I expected. I'm spending a little bit more time on it than I expected that I would. Because I just did a whole bunch of them and they went a lot faster, but I don't know. There's a little hair there. I don't want any hair. And then I'm going to put this one on the last line and just try and line it up and see if I like how it looks. And then the company name, I'll put the company name down here, but I'll do that off camera because I don't really have permission to do that, to show their name, so I won't do that. So then what I like to do is just kind of hold it up to myself and see if I think it looks straight. And I'm going to adjust it a little bit, I think. I think I want to adjust that up a little bit. And this was just from holding it up and looking at it, and I thought that I needed to, and then I'm going to push it down. It's got a little tacky on it, so it'll hold down, but I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. And I think I'm happy with that. So I think I am happy with that. So I'm going to get it centered on my mat. So my mat is just here to here. And what I have been doing is I'm going to cover it with a sheet. This is a protective sheet. And as I've been doing it, I've just done half and then half, just so that I make sure I get it good and make sure I cover the whole thing. So I'm just going to set, I've got my temperature on 305 for 30 seconds is what I'm going to do. And I'm putting some pressure on it. And this is one of the things that this makes it nice with my stand-up desk. So I raised it so that I can just stand here and I can just put my weight on it. Okay, there's one side. Now I'm going to do the other side for 30 seconds. Okay, and then what I like to do next is I just like to flip it over and do about 10 seconds on the back side. Okay, and then that's that. Then I'm just going to flip it over. It is supposed to be a warm pill, so I'll wait a few minutes. Just let it cool off. Not a hot pill, but a warm pill. So I'll just wait, let it cool just a little bit, and then I'll pull it off. Actually, I'll take this mat out from underneath there, and that'll help it to cool. Get that out from underneath there. I don't know if that's retaining it. No, it's not, so it should be fine. Just let it cool for a minute. And usually it will lift pretty easy. So then just pull it off. And if you have any pieces, watch to see if you have any pieces that pull up. Okay, and if you don't, you're good as gold. If you do, you just lay it back down and get another press. Looks pretty good. And there's my shirt. So I think it turned out pretty good. So that's that. That's how quick and easy it is. Just using your Cricut and some HTV and your Cricut heat press, and you can make your own custom shirts. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Bye.